So I talked to you about the science. Now let me talk to you a little bit about our experience and some ideas of how we did this, right? So you want to give your people a purpose. You also individually want to have a purpose if you're going to work. Why go to work? Why should I be doing this? And so start with writing your why. If you're a team leader, then you want to work with your team and get them to write their why. But why are you doing this? And some people are doing it. Some people go to work so they can get up in the morning and go surf, or in the afternoon and go surf, or go sailing or something like that. And some people are working so they can afford to buy a house. And some people are working so they can put their kids through college. But understanding your why and understanding the purpose of going into the office is going to help you be happier about it. Second, what about the company or your work makes you feel proud? And so we had a few comments at the beginning of the webinar. Some people like what they do at their job. For instance, the attorney was talking about doing cases and arguing cases, and that made them happy, right? Figure out what those things are. Write down the things that make you feel proud. Helping your clients makes you feel proud. Finishing a project, accomplishing something with your company makes you feel proud. So be aware of those and write those down. How do the company vision and values apply to your life, right? So most companies have written vision and values, and even if they're not written, a lot of them have them in some unstated form. So how do those apply to you? How can you match your values with those of the company? If you value integrity and your company also values integrity, that's going to give you more interest and make you happier about going to work. Gives you a reason to be there, to be part of something that has the same values that you have. Identify how working at this company will help you reach your dreams. So we have what we call dream managers. And there's a book by Matthew Kelly called The Dream Manager. And it's the concept that you can have a person help you reach your personal dreams. And, we talked about some people want to buy a house. Well, if we as a company can help them buy a house, they're going to be happier. If you've got somebody on your team who's trying to save for a new car and you can support them and help them and give them ideas and give them research, they're going to be happier. And you as an individual, if you know what your dreams are and you understand how what you're doing every day contributes to those dreams, then you're going to be happier doing it, because you're not doing it for the job. You're not doing it for the company. You're doing it for a reason. You have a purpose, and you understand how what you're doing each day fits into your dreams. So gifts. So I kind of want to stop here real quick and make sure we're clear. For those of you who are looking to lead teams and or organizations as far as happiness goes, happiness is a gift. You can create an environment. You can give people an opportunity for happiness, but you can't make them happy. If you work on a team, you've got, let's say, 5 or 6 people with you, and you want your team to be happy, that's great. You can provide that environment, but you can't make them happy. And even you as an individual, if you're going into the office and you wish you were working with happier people, you can do things that create an environment, but you can't make them be happy. And so as long as we know what we're working on here is given the gift of the environment and the opportunity, then we're in good shape. And understand that they may not choose to receive that gift. They may choose not to be happy, and some people are set that way. And like gifts, different things make different people happy. So the things that you may believe are going to make them happy may not be what really makes them happy. So really what we want to focus on, if you're an individual, is to do the things that are going to make you happy and hopefully help other people be happy. But let's focus on making sure you're happy. If you're a team leader, just creating an environment that should encourage happiness and understanding that some people will participate in that environment and some people won't. As a matter of fact, what we found is there was a lot of naysayers, and at first it was a small group of people that participated, and then little by little people wanted to join that group. As that group was happier and higher performing and more productive, more and more people wanted to join that group, and pretty soon there became very few naysayers. And so, start with you and a friend, and then people will see how great it is, and they'll start to join your group. Okay, so back to the story. The princesses gave them control of the kingdom. And if you're an organizational guy, this will freak you out. Giving the employees control of the kingdom sounds crazy. But you give them control with accountability, and what everybody needs is a form of autonomy. Everybody wants to feel like they're in control of their lives. And so autonomy, the feeling that your life, its activities and habits are self-chosen and self-endorsed. This is really important for happiness. Having a strong sense of control into one's life is a more dependable predictor of positive feelings of well-being than any of the objective conditions of life we've considered, and it's more important than money. Autonomy is a better predictor of happiness than money. And so giving people anything they can, any way we can to let them have control of their lives is going to be an important part of their happiness. And so for you as an individual, write down the things that you can control and the things that you can't control. For instance, when you could take a lunch break. And again, I know this seems small, but it's really important. It's really important for you to write down the little things that you can control. When you can take a lunch break, what you can wear to work. Sometimes you can choose who you work with, or who you sit next to, or what your desk looks like. Again, write yourself a list of things you can control, things you can't, and focus on those things you can control. As an individual, there may be people you really like, and you can find ways to end up working with them. Find out if they need help with something. When you have a project going, see if they're included on the project. Try to work with them, ask them questions, try to help them out. The other thing, and we had a lot of people do this, is people take ownership over company culture and activities. We had a lady who wanted to send out an email to kind of update everybody on birthdays and how the company was doing and kind of what was going on. So she started that email, and everybody loved it, and they began to contribute to it. And actually, when she left the company, somebody else took it over. And so they started changing the culture of the company just on their own by sending out an email and trying to keep people up to date, talking to people. So if you want to be happier as an individual, you can try to change little things within your company. Just do small little things that you can maybe take control of. So the princesses challenged each member of the kingdom to learn and implement their roles to the best of their ability. And again, we talked a little bit about strengths, and we'll get into that in a minute. But flow is the ability to have an activity that challenges you to the level of your skills. It's that time when you get into something, you're working on it, and you completely forget about time. You don't remember where you are or what time it is. You're just so focused on the task. And so Csikszentmihalyi wrote several books on this. The optimal flow, the psychology of optimal experience, finding flow. But what he said was the best moments in our lives are not passive, receptive, relaxing times. They occur when a person's body or mind is stretched to its limits in a voluntary effort to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile. In other words, we're not happiest when we're watching TV. We're happiest when we have this challenge in front of us, and we're so focused on that challenge that we forget about everything else. And so finding moments of flow in your job is going to help you be happier. So the ego falls away, time flies, your whole being is involved. You're using your skills to the utmost. And top two aspects of an ideal job: progress in their careers, be good at their jobs. And again, goes back to finding flow and having flow in your job as often as you can.